If you have a 4K monitor or you want to buy one down the line and you also want to buy a Prebuilt system, then you want to buy something that's capable of 4K gaming. Now I have to say that if you have a 1440p monitor, all of these PCs are going to be way more than enough and you will get high FPS at 1440p even with the cheapest one on the list. That being said, if your budget is below the number one on this list, then don't worry about it because I have plenty of videos about Prebuilt PCs for a budget, and even if you don't want to watch those videos, you will have in the video description alongside these PCs that I'm about to mention, gaming PCs for different budgets and different resolutions. Now, if that's not enough, I have my own website where you can find your perfect Prebuilt PC for your budget and your favorite game. That being said, let's start. With the first one, we have one from Amazon. This one is the Skytech Gaming PC for $1,600. You get the Ryzen 7 3700X, which is becoming old, but it's not going to bottleneck this gaming desktop. For the GPU, we got the RTX 3080, a really capable 4K GPU. Now, it's not the best one for 4K, especially with the newest RTX 4000 series, but anyway, for most titles at 4K high settings, you will be able to achieve 60 plus FPS on average. Before buying any of these systems, I do recommend you checking the benchmarks for the hardware that these systems have, so you get an estimated FPS that you will get on your favorite title, because when you buy a gaming desktop, of course you want the best performance for your favorite game or program. Now for the other components, you got 1TB of Gen 4 SSD, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and a 750 watt 80 plus volt power supply, alongside a 240 all-in-one liquid cooler for the CPU, which wasn't needed in my opinion, but it's fine. And if you want to upgrade the CPU down the line because you feel like the 3700X is not enough, then you can do it pretty easily without any heating issues because you have that 240 all-in-one liquid cooler. So you can even go for the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D and you will have no issues. Now with the next one, we have one that I've tested myself and you will have the full review about this system in the top right of the screen. We are talking about the HP Omen 45L. Here you get the i7 12700K alongside once again the RTX 3080. I think this system is a much better buy than the last one for different reasons. The first one being that you get a much better CPU, the i7 12700K, and if you're a content creator, then there's no debate, get this one instead of the last one. Now here you also get more storage and a better cooling system. Like I said before, I tested this one myself. The cooling was great. It was a pretty quiet experience and I was getting really high frame rates at 1440p, but it is also capable of 4K gaming without any issues. I even have a benchmarks video about this system. And another pro is that you are buying directly from the company and not from Amazon, meaning that if you have any issues with this system, you can reach out to them. So you are talking with the people that assembled this PC, which is always a good thing for the customer support. Now, of course, this system is $400 more expensive, so if you don't have those $400 to spend on this PC, go with the last one, no problem. But if you have those extra $400, I think that is worth the price difference. With the next one, for once again a difference of $400, we have the Skytech Azure 2 from the Skytech website. Here you get the i5 13600K and the RTX 4070 Ti, which by the way guys, this is literally the same PC configuration that I have on my PC build right now. Trust me, it's a beast, and I even paid more for it because I'm in Europe. You get an 850 watt 80 plus volt power supply, which is enough, 1TB of NVMe SSD, and 32 gigs of RAM of DDR5 memory. You also get a 240 all-in-one liquid cooler for the CPU, which is not needed for the i5 13600K, but it's a nice to have in case you want to upgrade the CPU down the line. And even for most content creators, this system will be way more than enough because you get the 4070 Ti, you get a really capable 4K GPU and also 1440p. Of course, I've tested this config at 1440p, but once again at 4K it's going to perform similar to the RTX 3090, which is a really good GPU, and we all know how expensive that GPU was 2 years ago. So overall, a really good PC for $2,400. Once again, $400 of difference, it's a lot of money, and I would only spend those $400 if you have a 4K monitor, because I feel if you have a 1440p one, even the 3080 will be enough for every title. Now, if you're talking about a PC build, the 3080 right now, believe it or not, is actually more expensive than the 4070 Ti. So if you're trying to build a PC build, please do not go with the 3080. actually by the time that I'm recording this video. With the next one, we have a $3,000 system, once again from Skytech, but you can get this one from Amazon only, and we are talking about the Eclipse gaming desktop. It has the i7 13700K, so it's an upgrade from the i5 13600K, and you get the RTX 4080, which is an upgrade from the RTX 4070 Ti. And this GPU was marketed for 4K gaming, while the 4070 Ti was marketed for 1440p. Now, of course, the 4070 Ti is more than capable of 4K, but the 4080 is going to give you extra performance, which is going to be needed, especially if you play really high demanding titles like Cyberpunk 2077 with ray tracing on, or games like Flight Simulator. Now, if we are talking about games like Fortnite, then I don't think it's worth the price difference, considering the 4070 Ti at 4K is absolutely going to smash that game. But once again, if we are talking about really high demanding titles, the price difference is going to be totally worth it. You also get 32 gigs of RAM of DDR5, 1000 watt 80 plus gold power supply, so an upgrade from the last one, and a 420 all-in-one liquid cooler, which once again is an upgrade from the last one. And with this cooler, you can also upgrade to the i9 13900K if you need it down the line, which I don't think you will, but if you need it for some reason, then with this CPU cooler, you will have no heating issues. And with the best one on the list, and I think this is one of the best Prebuilt PCs that you can buy on the market right now, we are talking about the Thermaltake LCGS Gaming PC. You get the i9 13900KF, so you don't get integrated graphics. This will not affect anything when it comes to gaming, it will only affect content creators. You get the RTX 4090, which is the best GPU on the market right now, and you get a 1TB NVMe Gen 4 SSD. If you want the best 4K gaming experience, I think this one is the one to go. $3,800, so really expensive, but if you're willing to spend that amount of money on a gaming PC, then I would spend it on this one, or the Storm gaming desktop, which has the Ryzen 7 7700X and the RTX 4090. Now the CPU, it's a bit slower than that i9, but here you get more storage, so if you need more storage, this is something that you should keep in mind because you're spending the same amount of money. You also get a 1000 watt power supply, so you have these two options, and I wanted to give you an extra option from Best Buy. This is the CLX Gaming PC. It's $200 more expensive than the last one that I mentioned, but you get the Ryzen 9 7950X, which is a better CPU than the 7700X and really similar performer to the i9 13900K. But the thing here is that you get 4TB of hard drive, so you get much more storage, and you also get that 1TB of Gen 4 SSD. But the thing here is that you get an all-white system, so if you really care about aesthetics and you want a white gaming PC, I would go with this one. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend that extra money to get this one. Now, of course, you can get more expensive systems. You're not going to be upgrading a lot from here, but more expensive systems usually offer more storage, more and faster RAM, and things like that. You will have those extra systems in the video description as well with all of these systems, which, by the way, I recommend you checking the links because the prices for Prebuilt PCs keep changing every single day, like with PC Build. So maybe when you're watching this video, some PCs are more expensive and some of them are cheaper, so it's actually worth checking those out. If you got value out of this video, leave a like and subscribe, but most importantly, hit that bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of content, which I do from 3 to 5 times a week. And if you have any questions about any of these systems, let me know in the comment section and I will try to reply as fast as possible. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.